What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis, once again giving you the information that you asked me for. Make sure you go to the askchazzellisproject.com, be a part of picking the next video. You can also get a consultation, or if you want to, you can even make a donation. We'd appreciate it. Anyway, I was doing Chaz Asks on Facebook. That's where I ask you guys questions and you guys give me feedback. And I asked if ladies should pay for dates. And, you know, there was different stuff. Some people said different things, you know. But one of the people said, I know I shouldn't pay. I'm the prize. And if he can't pay for a date, he should get with me when he's financially stable and able to do so. This is not to call somebody out. But what I looked at, I was like, man, you know what? I see what's going on here. And this is something that I talk about all the time. See, it's going to piss some people off. I already know that. I say that before a lot of videos because people do hit me up. Not always in the comment box, but they hit me up. And some people get mad. But I say that for this reason. What's happened in life, somewhere along the line, a lot of women got this news. And I don't blame women, really. I blame these people who write these books trying to sell you something. I blame these people who, you know, put these little memes and stuff on Facebook. I blame people who've been telling people this for years and years and years before that social media even existed. These are the people that I blame because what they've done is they've indoctrinated women with this idea that all you have to do is show up and a guy is supposed to be grateful that you did that. He's supposed to be grateful that you showed up to the date. So then he's supposed to pay for everything and be so happy to do so. They teach you that, you know, to stand there and just get chased by a guy and not have to build value. Then they tell you down the road when this person decides they don't want to be with you anymore, or they really don't care, and they act like they don't care, they tell you, oh, he's a little boy, oh, he's a sucker, oh, he's wrong. But they don't tell you how to build value in yourself so people don't keep doing that to you. So you get this, they waste your 20s, they waste your 30s, and most people don't get it until they either have a kid or they're in their 40s or 50s. And that's the problem that I see a lot of women running into. That they just don't get it until they're a lot older and it's a lot more difficult to find somebody. Because they just don't understand the problem. They're not getting it. When somebody says you're a prize to be won, what they're doing is they're telling you to devalue yourself. What they're telling you to do is never to build value in yourself. Let me tell you how prizes work. When you go to the carnival, right, or a fair or whatever, you go somewhere and they might have that little thing where you try to throw the ball in them little buckets. The hole's about this big, the ball's about this big. You're like, man, you kidding me? You sit there and you try to throw it and it's hard, it's very difficult. Okay, now you do one of two things. If it's too difficult, you keep throwing the ball in, you say, yeah, you know what? Middle finger, index finger follow. I wasted enough money, I'm gone. Bye. But if it's not too difficult and you're able to hit that, you're able to get that ball in there and win that prize, what do? You get the prize, you pick it up, look at it for a while, take it home and leave it somewhere. Once you win the prize, it no longer has any value. Because the prize it wasn't about the prize, it was about winning. That's what a lot of women reduce themselves to. This guy goes through this whole courtship process with you, and it's not really even courtship, it's really just tricking because you're not doing anything. He builds value in himself by going through all these obstacles to win the prize. And the prize is not what has value, it's the fact that he went through those obstacles. So now he takes you home, he puts you on the shelf, and he wants to go win another prize. That's what it means to be a prize. It means to be something that's going to be discarded after it's been won. After they play with it for a little while, get it dirty, it has no value other than the victory. Just like a trophy that you get from a basketball or football game. You know, the victory was what it was. All this is a monument to your victory. Nothing else. If you are nothing but a prize to a man, you are nothing but an extension of his wealth and success. Just like that car he bought. What does he do when he puts too many miles on a car? He goes and buys another one. What does he do with that house? Goes and buys another one when he feels like moving. That's what you become. All you are is an extension of his wealth and success because you never built value. You were never a part of the actual building of the success. A lot of women will sit here and be like, I just showed up. That was enough. And I know some women will get mad. Like, what? That's not right to say that. Look, if all you're doing is showing up and you're not building value, you're not, just listen to, if you watch all the videos and you look at the things I say the same thing over and over again, that you have to build value. If you are not a part of the success, then you are not a part of the success. No one's going to need you in the long run. And I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little crass. It's going to be a little bit messed up to some people, but it is what it is. You cannot compete with new pussy. That sounds messed up, I know. But here's the way it works. If you are a prize to be won, this other girl can be less attractive than you, not as smart, not as funny, have nothing really going for her, but the fact that she is new in a new challenge means that she is above you for that reason. You cannot compete with that. Because as you get in a relationship with somebody, they get used to you. They have just like we're going to use the car analogy, even though it might sound insulting to some people, get over it. They put a lot of miles on you. This person is new to them. Okay? So that means that they don't mind trading you in. That's why you see a lot of guys, it seems like they trade it down. You're like, well, damn, I'm this and she's that. What's up? Well, you didn't have value. All you were was an extension of their wealth. She's an extension of their wealth. They're going to find somebody new after her. That's the key. If you're not in it for the long haul, if you're not going to be with a guy when he's trying to get up and he's trying to you're not a part of his success, you're not a part of him taking it to the next level, you're not somebody that's going to be there when things don't go well, then why would he make a long-term investment in you? This is why you're seeing guys not getting married as much, because they're investing in a depreciating asset. This is going to insult you a little bit, possibly, but take it in and understand it, and you'll get what's going on. You have to understand you are a depreciating asset. If you are not a part of the success, if you are not an important part of him moving forward in the future, then you are just a depreciating asset, because every day you're getting older. Every day you're getting less attractive for that reason. Be real with yourself. Now, if you don't look the same that you did, you're 45, you don't look like you did when you were 21. Be real with you. All right? But he's getting more money. He's getting more financial stability along the way. And just like you wouldn't want to be with no dude when he was broke, a lot of these younger girls who are, younger, fit, more fit and all that, they don't want to be with no broke young dude. So what do they look for? The older dude with money. He knows that girl ain't really there for him, but you wouldn't be with him when he was broke, so you're not really there for him either. So what he does is he just replaces you with a younger version. He never invests in you. He doesn't get married because he knows it's going to cost him to replace you in that situation. But if I don't get married to you, if we don't have kids, if we don't take that next step into the future, even if we do have kids, you're going to be the one stuck with him. He might take care of them and all that stuff and put his money in and everything, but they're going to be devaluing you, not him. So what he does is he doesn't marry you because he knows that if I don't marry you, I'm not buying that depreciating asset. What am I doing? I'm leasing a depreciating asset. Now, when I get rid of that asset, when it starts to become a liability, I go buy a new or lease a new depreciating asset, and the cycle continues. You see a lot of guys doing this. Because in the beginning, you made yourself a prize to be won. You made yourself an extension of his wealth and success. Whenever he was becoming successful, you come along. If he's struggling, you're not there. You cannot sit there and soak up free stuff and think that you're building value. You're not building value. You're soaking up free stuff. So that's not going to be something that you're going to be able to use in the future as leverage to make a relationship. You have to build value from the beginning. You might have to pay for a date or two. You might have to get with a guy who's not financially there yet, but you can see it in him that he has the ability to do more, because that's going to help you build value. Now you're in a position where he can't just get rid of you. And when I say be with somebody who's not there financially yet, I'm not talking about just sitting around soaking up free stuff. even though he may not have any money. I'm not talking about just sitting around going, I was with you when you were broke. Be a part of the journey. Help him get from point A to B. That's how you build value. Just like somebody else used this as an analogy. Like, it's like if you're sitting at a cushy job and not doing anything at that job, and then you get fired, you don't have any skills, you can't go get another job. But if you're working and you're building skills as he's building, you're building. You're learning how to do certain things. You're learning how to be a part of helping somebody get from point A to B, and therefore you're learning how to do it yourself. That way, you built a skill, you built a skill set that allows you to be the person to say, you know what, maybe I don't want to be here anymore. Instead of just hoping that, oh, if he make it, I'm gonna be there with him. You don't want to be in that position, but a lot of women are, and the reason why they are is because when they first got into that relationship, they made themselves, I'm a prize, I'm on a pedestal, I'm here, you climb up to get me. He gained skills along the journey. He built things that would get him other women. Well, all you did was get older. That may upset you. Somebody hasn't told you that because they didn't want to upset you. They wanted to sell you their book. They wanted to sell you their series or whatever they had. That's why they didn't tell you that. And unfortunately, a lot of women have wasted their 20s, have wasted their 30s, and are wasting their 40s and 50s right now believing that. And just the last piece of it is, the only time a lot of women start changing up the game is after they have a baby. It's like, oh, I had a baby. Now I'm going to be way more reasonable. Well, that's because you don't feel like you're valuable anymore. You have to start being a part of the win when you still feel that you're valuable. If you got a kid and you still feel you're valuable, be a part of the win. But don't get to the point where you don't think you're valuable anymore and now all of a sudden you want to be reasonable. Of course you want to be reasonable, but now there's nobody buying. So don't wait until you feel in your own mind that you've lost value. Because what a lot of women do, they have a kid, they feel like they have no value, then they'll just take on anybody and be like, okay, well, I'm cool now. But the guy's not really receptive, right? Because he feels like you don't have value. So, and then when the woman gets back up and gets herself together again, goes right back to the same thought process she had before. What you have to do is stay consistent about being a part of the guy's success. Be a real part of it. Build value in yourself. Show him what kind of person you are. Show him what kind of heart you have. Show him that you'll be there for him when everybody else would abandon him. And I promise you, it's going to be much more difficult for that person to leave. It's going to be much more difficult for that person to replace you because there's not a bunch of people like that running around. But if you're a prize to be won, his money's going to win him another prize. His success is going to win him another prize. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazzellis. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.